we're
she's
there.
all right too.
We have to pick three, so pick one of the others.
Do you have another correspondence over doing it?
Yeah.
Keep going.
If anyone stopped by, we had a gas leak. It was Friday afternoon, I got a call. Man said we had a gas leak down here, came down right away, and he turned the gas line off. We isolated it to one of the three lines that comes in the building and got it shut off. It's the one that services a heater on the east side of the building. He red tagged us and we had to fill out paperwork. Obviously it's corrected because we're having a meeting in here tonight, so wanted to find out what the situation was on that, so I made some phone calls to the gas company. What prompted it, from what I understand, the man called and it was a gas leak, and that's why I had to get down here to get him in the building. As it turns out, it was, he came in with his sniffer and went all around and everything, but it was in the attic is where the actual leak was, servicing the heater. So what prompted him to come down here in the first place, they said they sent him a gray shot. And when I talked to the lady, I said, you better get your papers right. If we have a problem, it's in Brownsville, don't send them in to gray shot. But it was the paperwork that set it off. There was a big discrepancy when they were going over it, and they said, hey, you better go out there. He came out here and our meter was just spinning. He could hear it when he came out. By the time I got here, he had that off. And he had already isolated it was one of the three lines coming in, so we knew where it was going. We didn't know exactly where the leak was, but it was in the attic. So my next question is, thank you for alerting us to this problem, but where are we? And she said, did you get the bill today? She said, this was yesterday. She said the bill's going out today.
I checked mail this morning, as of this morning, I didn't have it.
But I needed some comparisons, and at first she said, well, it was $49 last month. I said, well, that sounds pretty good. I mean, but she was talking about the community billing. And then when she found the right account, hold on to your hats here. From January 18th to February 15th, our bill for 1,870 CCF, $1,700 because of this gas leak. And I said, okay, well, can you give us a comparison of when this actually might have happened? January 18th, the bill was $658. November 16th to December 16th, $264. And the comparison was October 18th to September 16th, before that furnace would be pulling anything. And I don't know if it was only leaking when it was pulling it or not, but September 16th it was $33.22. So here's these need to be filed permanently because it is a public document.
How did you get that information?
I called and told her who I was, and that's how I got the information. She said it was billed out yesterday, so you should get it.
Well, along with patting yourself on the back on that, it sat for 3 days, and Dan and I come down and we addressed the problem, found out where it was. We went ahead and took the steps we needed to take to fix it, because it wasn't going to get fixed. Did you call anybody to fix it?
I don't know why you're going that way.
I'm just asking, did you? Because it sat for 3 days.
I'm not patting anyone. We had a situation, but I'll tell you how he called. I'll tell you how it was taken care of. The man called me, and after he came back from Gray Shot, he found the leak. He turned it off because the thing was spinning. He turned it back on and showed me. I mean, it was obviously a problem. He said after he turned it off, he came around, he looked, he couldn't find any contact information except for my business card on the door. Now this is something that has come up. I brought it up January 2nd. A resident brought it up at our last meeting, how we needed it on the door. I did donate the first time around a professional sign in my own pocket. It's final cut signage. It can be easily changed with the name.
We can take that one.
It disappeared.
Gotta work on that.
Yes, it will.
So, it's a little bit unusual to see how you're defining.
But that never answered my question.
I didn't pat myself on the back.
No, that didn't answer my question.
It happened Friday afternoon. The paperwork, it was 2 o'clock by that time that got done. I called you.
Okay.
I left you a message.
Okay.
You didn't call me back, but I did follow up when I saw that the sign was off the door.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't need to hold your hands for you to call a repairman to come down and fix it. You could have did that, right? If it's that big of an emergency, you
I
could
had
have
it.
did
I
that.
had the thing contained. We still had heat in the building.
You had it contained.
The other heaters They're still heating enough to heat the building. I marked the door with these tags and a notice to the public that the building was closed to the public until the gas leak was contained. The back unit was red flagged. This is the flag he had on it. I did make the calls. Dan, I tried to call him, it just rang, there's no answering machine. You know,
Yeah, that still never answered my question, why didn't it get fixed?
I understand it is fixed.
It is, because Dan and I come down and did it.
Why
You're
didn't-
capable of doing that.
Who?
Who come down and fix it?
Who come down and fix it?
Dan and I come down and fixed it. That's who fixed it.
Okay. Why didn't you give me a call? I'd have been happy to come down and make, you know,
I don't need to hold your hand, do everything.
hold my hand.
Exactly, you could have come down and fixed it.
You guys are supposed to be a team.
Yeah, you should all have known about it at the same time.
I made the calls as soon as I contained the problem.
I'm saying,
I don't know what else I can do
if
you're
he
not
came down to
concerned.
fix it, he should have told you he was coming down to fix it.
It's sat
I
for
don't think
3
so.
days. For one, it's February, okay, I know it's been warm, granted that. But don't you think you should have made a phone call to maybe a repairman and said, hey, we have a gas leak, can you come down and
So
fix
is
this?
there a contract
Wow.
with the repairman?
Is there not?
Does the township have a contract or a open policy to go to anybody?
Sure,
Who is it?
This was Friday
you just said open, it
afternoon.
doesn't matter.
Well, who is it?
If you wanted to call somebody, you could have picked who you wanted to call,
I
who we
don't-
felt comfortable
I don't
with.
think so. It wasn't an emergency situation at that point. It was contained. It was safe. Public had notification there if they would try to enter.
So when you
They don't
called me,
have
I should have
keys to
kept the
get in.
voicemail, you said, we have an emergency situation down at the building, is what you said on my voicemail.
I hope you did save it
And I
because
did not, and I should have.
okay.
But we'll move on, yeah, I just wanna make that.
I don't
clear that-
understand.
That it got fixed.
I
okay?
think we should be professionals here and deal with
Okay, we're
situations.
gonna move on. Do you have any other correspondence, Jenny?
Wow.
I don't.
No, Jeff, any
So-
more correspondence?
So you guys are certified in gas?
It did take a
repairs?
certified person to fix it.
Well, that's what it said on the
If
thing.
anyone wants to see the notification, it's
The
here.
paper says,
The condition described below may be hazardous under certain situations. This condition should be evaluated and a competent
Competent.
repairman, competent, okay? That
So you
doesn't say
guys
it
are
has to be
saying-
certified, it says competent.
You're
Exactly what
competent
I'm
in
getting
repairing
at.
gas lines?
We'll just stop
And you
there.
have a way to sniff it and everything?
We'll just stop there, you know what I'm getting at, so we'll go on. Go ahead, do you have any more?
What are you getting at?
You
I
have
don't
any more
know what you're
correspondence?
getting
Go
at.
on.
Go anymore?
I don't understand what you're getting at.
Let's move on.